Bay and I met, I would say, on Instagram a few months back. I reached out to her after one of her videos, and I just noticed that there was like a lot of guys on the team, and there was certain movements that, like, with having a dance background and then being in musicals and show choirs like Bay, like I noticed there was like some ways that I was like, I feel like she's holding back a little bit, like she's probably more confident on the inside and it's not coming out. And so I reached out to her and I was like, hey, if you ever want to work on like stage presence, videos, like what you do with your hands or what you do, how you position your body or anything like that, or just help you feel more confident on stage and know like with the message you're trying to emote or whatever, like just reach out to me and like let's link up. And she was like, yes, like I know for sure I'm gonna reach out to you one day. I know I'm gonna need some help, so like I'll keep that in mind. And then fast forward, she did, and we linked up and she got a big show in Dallas and she was like, hey, I've got 2 weeks, can you help me prepare? And I was like, absolutely. So we were on a time crunch, but it was great because we got to see each other like every few days.
For the first time, like officially face to face.
Yeah. And then just realized how much we had in common, how like our vision and mission, it's like our heart for the arts and musicians align. And just what we're hoping to do, like the bigger picture behind like our why. Even though like for her as a full-time like a musician and an artist, and me kind of on the back end wanting to support that and equip them and coach and mentor and help them become their fullest self, their highest selves, their most courageous, bold, vulnerable selves. Like she's on the front of that, like being the voice and using her voice. And it was just like we were meant to be teammates, and I'm so happy that we met and we got to spend time together.
We clicked so instantly. Like when I tell you, you could just feel people's energy right away. I was just super honored to work with you because I've already heard about you through social media. You know, you've been popping out everywhere. I see you pop up to shows. You're just supporting people already and doing what you can in the community. So I knew you were someone I wanted to work with because I feel like I was missing an element. I knew that as a performer, stage presence, energy, I take that seriously, and that was something that I was missing. So coming to you, woman to woman, you're able to really help me out on that. You know, you are the only person right now who could really understand what it feels like, and we have such a similar background. So I feel super honored to just have someone to, like I said, invest in me. You were just so above and beyond. Like I was surprised. I was like, okay, I don't know how it works with you. Like when you were working with people, choreographing for them, you sent me a whole list of questions. Like you, before we even met, she asked me like, how do I feel about my body? What do I feel most comfortable with in the songs? Like what's my history, you know? And no one has ever asked me that. They just expect me to get in front of a camera and just go because they think it happens naturally, you know, to an extent. Yes, but of course with that video, you nailed it right on. I was like, actually, I'm glad you did see that because you know, being around guys all the time, you know, we move differently, female and males. So I'm glad that you saw that and you were able to see that I needed help because at that time I wasn't able to ask for it. I didn't know how to reach out and ask for help. And you came to me and I was like, okay, I got the perfect opportunity for us. So I'm so glad you said yes, and you know, we clicked super quickly. You knew how passionate I was. Like I told you, like I want to dance. My music makes people want to dance. It's just a very universal thing. When you hear music, your body moves naturally. So I knew, okay, when I'm up on stage, I need to dance. I need to be able to create an open space for people to also feel like they can move their bodies. And you know, you got to really work the crowd, and your experiences are helping me become a better person as well with how much knowledge you have. Like you are more than just a dance instructor at that point. Now you're like a life coach to me. You're someone I look up to. I could just call for advice. You know, we built that relationship. I trust you wholeheartedly. I can feel and I know that our visions align and that we just want to help people.
Facts.
We talk so easily. Like even right now when I tell you, like I used to struggle with expressing myself, not anymore. And when you were hearing my stories, my experiences, all you did was validate me. You're so empowering. Even on stage, like I told you, like when I see myself, my biggest insecurity was watching how I was like on the video. Sorry. No, seriously. I'm like my biggest enemy, right?
Yeah, we are.
So
we are.
Just having someone to just tell me like, you're enough. You can do this. You support me so much. And like people say that all the time, but like when you're able to look me in the face and tell me that,
Yeah.
and I know how much work, like this is your dream too. Like
Yeah.
I see your dreams, I feel your passion, and that's all I want, is to build a team where we can support each other
Yeah.
and just like uplift each other. So I appreciate you so much.
Of course.
Even being in the studio, bro.
Oh,
Like.
who is that?
I don't know who that was.
We can pause.
No, you're fine. I'm like,
Cut that part. Cut that part.
I don't want to cry. I wasn't not trying to cry, bro. Where my heart is, you know, my dreams and goals, I've talked about it to you. And, you know, I just, like I said, I just feel so empowered since I met you. And I just want to keep making sure that everything that I do, you know, it's going to not only help me, but you. Because once you build a team, like I said, now it's my responsibility to make sure you're taken care of. My videographers, photographers, producers, artists,
Yeah.
families, friends.
Yeah.
I would not have had this confidence until, like I said, you were the missing piece. I can't say this enough. Just having a woman, the empowerment, being able to learn how to dance, be comfortable in my skin and my body, that was the final element to finding who I was in my personal life, and then as an artist, Beysul. It's just amazing how the timing was so perfect. I feel like now I'm actually ready for you.
Yeah.
I'm actually ready to take that next step to, you know, just keep pushing and seeing how far we can go.
And like you are, I feel like you are meant to be like you're a leader. Like you could, because you care and you have so much compassion, but you also have such good awareness of like your own value and your worth. And like, because I can tell anyone like, you're worth more, like set your boundaries, know your worth, and they'll be like, okay, and then they won't. But like you were listening and you're like, yeah, you're right, and like immediately you're like a coach's dream. Like you immediately were like putting boundaries into place, or like standing up for yourself, like the same day speaking up for yourself. And I was like, whoa, she's really like, it's so good to see that you do have a team already. Like your dad's super supportive, and you already have these other guys around you who make you feel safe. You know, Dorian, and then Psycho and Loke, like you
Tommy,
are, and Tommy,
Jamal,
like all these people that I could see how you said like having a female was like the missing piece, because you have that masculine, like you have a frame, you have the guys who protect, and at some point like the boys even ran back to the car and got stuff for you, and like so protecting and serving, you know. And then like because everybody sees that the gifts in you, they see your heart, and how we know that we are investing in someone that not only is hella talented, but that you also want to take people with you. You also want your community to rise with you. And so your community of musicians, whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be geographic, because I know we're like hours apart from each other, an hour apart from each other, but like we found each other at the right time for the purposes of like elevating the artist community, because like we have the same desire for artists to not only be heard and have their music heard and stuff, but to heal. And so we know that art is healing and therapeutic, just like dance is. And so you could get any like dance instructor. I was like, you can hire somebody from LA, you can get somebody who's like the most skilled, but I think the missing piece was having someone that is like has that mothering, nurturing essence, to where you can be validated in not only like you're a badass, you're talented, you're strong, you're this, you're that, but like you're a queen, you're a goddess, you're like your heart is so pure, and that's gonna take you a long ways, because you have the boundaries, you have the masculines around you, you have a great husband. You are like set to just launch, and then you're not blinded, you're not flattered by people just throwing nice words at you, like you, because you have all this other structure around you to keep you grounded. And so I'm so excited to see how far you go and how your star rises, and then like who's impacted by it. And like you do create safe space. Like I love how after the show Friday or Saturday, you then like touch base with people like, hey, it's great to meet you, how'd you feel about your set, this is, you know, whatever. And you gave them a space to share their heart, like how they felt after the thing. And I'm like, who does that? Like who calls around to other artists being like, hey, how do you feel, how are you feeling?
When I tell you,
know?
like that's just something that for me personally, like I've been saying, I preach it so much. I just wanted to be the person that I wish I had, because at the end of the day, the artists, we run the show. We're the people that are the face of the shows. You know, we got to take care of each other. Like when I tell you, there's no competition, and I say this in the most humble way, because we are on our own spiritual journeys. You know, besides the artist part, we have so much going on in life. We're always going through shit. We're always, oh, let me say that.
No, it's okay.
We're always going through things, bro. And like I said, like I just want to be someone that people feel comfortable to reach. I'm not ever gonna be like, oh, like you can't message me, you can't reach out to me, like, you know, I'll never be like that. Just because I know where I came from, and I just want to be able to.
It's just me.
Hi, friend.
Can I come in?
Yeah, duck in. Come on. There you go.
Hi.
Hey.
Do you need me to wait outside?
No, you can come in.
You're fine.
This is Jordan. She's one of my instructors.
Say hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Hi, Jordan.
No, it's okay. So what were you saying? It was like the last thing that you said. You were like, oh, you don't want to be unreachable, like people can reach
Oh
out
yeah,
to
I'll never be unreachable. I want to be a resource for anyone and everyone. You know, it doesn't matter girl, boy, what genre you are. Even outside of music, you know, my biggest goal is to just inspire someone. My biggest mission is just let people know, like, you can pursue your dreams. It's going to take a lot of grit, a lot of hard work. You got to be consistent, you know. I'm still learning every single day. Even 4 years when I feel like, oh, like I'm finally getting there, I'm still going to be learning. Yeah, today, every day, you know what I mean? There's always stuff I'm like, wow, man, like, we're just experiencing life. And, you know, this is the fun part, though, is being in control, able to build my team, able to just really see that and know that every single day we are doing something to get closer to the big goals that we have. You know, I have a lot of little things. I'm slowly reaching them.
Yeah.
But
there's a bigger shift happening. Like we even talked about it at the event, just like the way the timeline, everybody's timelines and how they're like intersecting, and how people have been like, oh, I've been doing music for like taking it seriously for the past 2.5 years, and like there's like all this overlap between people now coming to the same place and like all having good vibes, and like not just saying good vibes, but like the best of intentions, and like not being opportunistic, but like being collaborative in the most humble and real way, where they're pursuing it literally for the love and the art and for the healing, and not because they want to be relevant or they want to be popular or they want to be rich or they want, you know, like those are byproducts of a successful life in any career. But I feel like we're all pursuing the same thing as like healing the world through art, through music, whether it's dance, singing, writing, whatever, and just being a resource. So I'm so glad that we met, and that, you know, the studio, I'm like, it's home, like for you guys to come drop in anytime and use it, because that's what I made it for, was exactly for this, to be a safe place for artists. So I'm glad you found your way home.
thank you. I mean, this is just the beginning, bro. Like, I'm
is.
just so excited to have you a part of my team. And, you know, like you said, like everybody needs someone, you know, you're my someone to go to, and I just know, like, we're gonna be a powerhouse together. When I tell you, like, oh my gosh, the missing piece is finally here. Since that day, the second dance class, actually, the first day was getting to know each other. That second day, overnight, I didn't realize it till a few days later, but I was like, I feel like I'm still on that high. We were talking about how Beysul, the persona, that is my higher self. Eventually, I want to be able to pursue that. When I tell you that even after my performance, the next morning, even without the hair, the makeup, and, you know, I'm not on stage, I'm like, I still feel...
You're still her.
I'm still feeling that high of like, hey, I'm still empowered. I'm still able to get stuff done, you know, like it's very powerful when you uplift each other, you know. I just want to feel that all the time. I want people to know what that feels like, to be heard, to be seen, to know that you can really do anything, you know. It's a big movement that we're trying to make, and I'm just excited to spread the love, spread the message, continue to go around and let people know, like, things are going to change around here now that we're together, now that we have platforms to share our message. That is my ultimate goal for sure. So I appreciate you just kind of helping me spread the love and, you know, just let people know what we're about, because you're very special. Anybody that meets you personally that's watching this is, you know, they're gonna agree. Hope is special. You have a mission, you have a purpose on here. For me, so many people, like, no pressure, but like, you know, you owe this to yourself, your inner child, to the future you, your kids, your friends, your family. And, you know, nothing, like my song lyric said, like, you can't still stop a woman that's on the prowl. You cannot stop a powerful woman, you know? So I'm just so excited that we're living our dreams. We're currently living our dreams. It's our reality now, you know? So thank you so much for just being here for me.